I would just like to clear the record and say that I did not hit my husband in the eye.
This is not what you think it is. To start, my eye, I went to the golf course yesterday, and I was going down number 3 at the links in Oxford, Mississippi, and I had a wasp do a kamikaze right into my face. And so it's been an unpleasant experience. So no, she did not black my eye. This is a result of a bug on a suicide mission. But anyway, again, this is not what you think it is. To start, never seen one of these in nature. This is a white provari with a green LED. So pretty excited to have came up with that green button. Again, like I said, this is not what you think it is. This is definitely a ZAtty Pro on a white provari mini with a green LED. But it doesn't have mesh in it. It's got silica in it. I was sitting around trying to come up with a new little experiment, and I had seen a video on somebody putting silica in a Genesis, and I think it was like the Lava Gen, I think. It was a, I don't know, it just kind of sparked my curiosity. There are things that I like about an Odysseus or a Penelope with silica, like in richer, creamy flavors, that I don't think those notes are brought out on a Genesis. But then again, there are notes on a Genesis, and especially menthols and cool flavors and sweets and tangies, that I think that is muted a bit in silica. So, you know, my everyday, I'll have a Genesis and I'll have an Odysseus or a Penelope, and I'll juggle between the two, because everything I love about an Odysseus or a Penelope, I hate about a Genesis, but then vice versa. There are certain things you can't get out of either one of them. So I like to juggle the two. So I thought, I really like the form factor of a ZAtty Pro. I think it looks great on a provari. I think Mike from House of Hybrids did a phenomenal job in design. So I thought, you know, why not stick some silica in the ZAtty Pro and just see how it works? And so you know, I did, and I was blown away by the results. I've never really used a Vivi Nova. I had one, and I couldn't quite, you know, get the tilt right. It was when I first got into vaping, and generally the dry hits is pretty wretched on silica, I'm sure you know, but it is on a Genesis also. So I thought, let's give it a go. So you know, this is just some Silica Wick with a 3/4 wrap of 30 gauge A1 Kanthal, and I'll get up close and show you really what it looks like here in just a minute. But you know, let's just see how it goes. It's a fantastic vape, and it's exactly the way silica should taste, exactly the way this juice would taste in an Odysseus or a Penelope. But you know, it's the added bonus of having that form factor with my provari, but still being able to, I don't know, use my bakery juices and creamy juices in a Genesis atomizer, or you know, specifically the ZAtty Pro with the provari. So let's go up close and kind of see how it looks like. I'll try to explain it, and the next time I roll one of these, I'll definitely do it on camera. So far, no dry hits, nothing, none of the scratchy that I would get out of like using a Vivi Nova. But then again, there was also no break-in time like I would normally have with a Genesis. You know, the first hour or so, you're kind of getting to build up underneath the coils, and so I had none of that. It was a very quick setup. I rolled it and started vaping it, and it's been a phenomenal vape for the last, I don't know, a mil and a half, 2 mils that I've done to it. So let's go up close and see what it looks like. So basically what I did is I took a piece of silica. It was probably 4 inches in length, and I tripled it over, folded it over itself 3 times for to be the area and have a little more bulk of silica right where the right underneath the coils. So like I said, I just folded it on itself 3 times and left a piece hanging down that would go down into the tank. And that's basically all it was. I stuck I think a safety pin. I think I used to secure the mesh while I rolled it. I just did a little 3/4 wrap, and I took the long piece that was sticking at the end from tripling it over itself and stuck it down in the tank. I know that might be a little over some folks' head, and I would definitely do another video showing actually how to roll the coil. But for those of you that are familiar with Genesis atomizers or familiar with silica or mesh or rolling your own coils, I think that probably, hopefully, was pretty clear. And so we'll just fire it here without the cap on it and see what it does. It's been a very rich, very dense vapor. It's wicking phenomenal. And so far, it's done a really, really great job. And if you see down in there, there is just a piece of silica running down in there. That goes up to the coil. A little 3/4 wrap, and secured it in place. And so we'll have one more vape on it and see how it goes, and the follow-up video on this will be an actual up-close demonstration of actually rolling the coil. And as you can see right there, it's just I just tripled the wick on itself, left a long piece hanging out the bottom, stuck it down in the tank, and off she went. So that's it. So one more vape and it's a phenomenal vape. It's man, it's the form factor of the ZAtty Pro on a provari, but it's the flavor and the richness of silica in an Odysseus. It's an outstanding vape. I will always have one of these in my rotation. I was worried about how well would it wick, and so far not a single dry hit yet. The warm up period was none. The first vape has been as great as that last one. Very rich, very dense. Just all in all, it's a phenomenal vape. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe, and we'll see you again next time.
Stay strong and vape on, guys.